Now, what are we to do today?
My Lord, there's a very short issue over here because the Supreme Court is covering the CBI is now investigating the bulk of what's happened in that very sorry incident of 9th August.
I think my friends have just served us a supplementary affidavit, my lords, late this morning.
Hmm.
We'll need to read the affidavit and respond to it.
So this is it's only an amendment of a prayer, and
but we don't know all of these things, my lords, when it's served 20 minutes before.
Madam,
my lords.
Learned Senior Counsel Mr. Jetmalani mentioned
My lord.
that is, in fact, we sought for a clarification
My
that
lord.
when the Honorable Supreme Court is seized of the matter, whether this court can adjudicate this issue. Then Learned Senior Advocate submitted that they have sought for clarification, and the Honorable Supreme Court was pleased to clarify that all other issues can be raised in the before the High Court. But as of now, the bunch of matters have gone out of the list, and we have said that liberty to mention as and when the matter, as per the direction of the Honorable Supreme Court. So we want to be doubly sure that whether there is any order to that said effect, or it was an oral clarification.
My lords, the order is now out of the Honorable Supreme Court. It does not specifically speak to Mr. Jetmalani's petition in any which way, my lords. Though Mr. Jetmalani has an IA pending there in the Supreme Court and his 2 writ petitions here, and now a new supplementary affidavit, which he's moved about half an hour ago and served all of us. This is the situation, my lords.
So that we can give grant time.
Yes.
In fact, when he mentioned, we requested the counsel on record for the senior counsel to inform your good self.
Yes,
so that you
I'm
can
so grateful, my lords. I'm so grateful.
You can be present.
Yes.
But sir, one small request.
Yes.
Can that some order in writing, if you can be able to obtain? Just to.
I asked the Supreme Court. I'll tell your lordship what happened. Ms. Guruswamy was present there, and the court pointed out that Ms. Guruswamy is present there, and the assumption being that she would tell your lordships what happened in court, but she's only revealed part of what happened. If I may say.
That's not correct, my lords.
Ms. Guruswamy, you can reply to me. I regret you've taken this partial.
This is misconstrued. Of what has happened. The court saw Mr. Jetmalani twice or thrice, brought it to the notice of the court. The court heard him and moved on. This is what happens in these hearings, which are so crowded.
All right, madam.
Today, 1 minute. Ms. Guruswamy, I'll take it. Please record what Ms. Guruswamy says. I'll tell your lordship about what happened. This is my view of the matter. The court said that Mr. Jetmalani, the only thing that we have transferred to the CBI is the investigation of the rape and murder and nothing else. And I don't think, and it said that the Kolkata High Court should be aware of the scope of what we have transferred. Ms. Guruswamy was there. And they specifically told me Ms. Guruswamy is present in court today. That is in the Supreme Court. And I think impliedly it meant that Ms. Guruswamy would tell the court that this issue about the police commissioner of the state of West Bengal, of Calcutta, sorry, of the city of Kolkata, having revealed the name of the rape victim, was very much within your lordship's remit. They said that it's not necessary to. I asked them twice, why don't you all do it in writing? They said, Mr. Jetmalani, it's not necessary. And well, this is the point in paragraph 6 of the Supreme Court order. I will point out what the Supreme Court has said. The Supreme Court in paragraph 6 said, to answer Ms. Guruswamy's, my lord, reticence, the CBI, as it appears before this court,
this is all unnecessary.
CBI, as it appears before the court, is conducting an investigation on 2 facets. This is this. That's all. The alleged rape and murder which took place on 9th August 24 at RG Kar Medical College and Hospital, and 2, the allegations in regard to financial irregularities, which were also entrusted for investigation by the CBI by the orders of a division bench of the Calcutta High Court. There are only 2 issues, very clearly specified. And Madam, I don't think we need any. This matter admits of no doubt whatsoever, notwithstanding Ms. Guruswamy's statement that Mr. Jetmalani mentioned it thrice. the court said there is no need to do this because
My lords, we are happy to appear before my lords. It would be a great honor to clarify this issue before my lords. All I'm saying is, since Mr. Jetmalani has dutifully served us late this morning,
that's a separate
with a
issue. Your request for
supplementary
time-
affidavit,
your request for time
I
is Guru
didn't
Swami,
interrupt
your
you,
request
Mr.
for time
Jetmalani. Please
does not
don't interrupt
substantiate
me.
what the
Please
Supreme
don't
Court said.
interrupt me. Please don't interrupt
I'm
me.
sorry,
I
I'm bound to
interrupt
interrupt you because
My lords, all I'm saying is, we're just asking for some time to respond to these various supplementary affidavits that he keeps filing. This is all
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying.
There are not various supplementary affidavits.
No,
which
I
keep
mean, there are
filing.
two
I'm
petitions
really
here.
sorry. There's only one.
You know,
There's
we
only
would
one
like to.
amendment that has been made to a
My
prayer.
lords, I'll let him continue, my lords.
You let me
No, no.
finish
Let him
because
continue.
you are
Sir,
repeat.
Please, please
No,
go
I
ahead.
do not. I
Please
do not
go ahead.
understand this. One of the
No,
commissioner
no.
of police.
Sorry for interruption.
Yes.
Sir, the procedure here is
Yes.
in the Calcutta High Court,
Yes, Manu.
is when you have to bring on record a document or something, a supplementary affidavit is filed and the document is annexed to it.
Yes.
And if there is an amendment of prayer in my parent High Court, they take out an application for amendment of prayer.
Yes,
Here
Manu.
they take out an application in IA CAN number so and so.
Yes.
For giving a supplementary affidavit. In the supplementary affidavit, there is a prayer. Please amend prayer A of my
Yes.
petition as so and so.
Yes.
So whenever it comes up, the dasti is there. That is advance services required to be complied with.
Yes.
And court generally grants an opportunity to the other side to respond to whatever prayers they want.
No
But
difficulty. No difficulty.
there are two things, sir.
Yes, sir.
One is whether the concerned commissioner, the then commissioner, who is impleaded by name in this writ petition,
Yes.
desires to file an affidavit.
Correct. That's for the state to tell us.
Because, madam, if
I'll have to take instructions on it, my lord. I follow. I bow down. I appreciate what my lords are saying.
yes, because
Yes.
he
I'll
has
have to
to
take instructions.
take a stand, a clear
Certainly.
stand.
Certainly, I'll take instructions.
There are three respondents in the writ petition.
My
One
lord.
is the first is the then Commissioner of Police. The second is the Secretary Department of Home and Hill Affairs, State of West Bengal.
Yes, my lord.
Third is the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India.
My lord.
So now which the first respondent will have to file an affidavit.
Milord, I appear for the state, Milord, or the respondent number 2. But
Yes.
I also, Milord, wish to, Milord, respond to, Milord, whatever, Milord, Mr. Jetmalani's client has filed.
Yes.
Because
No,
I don't
that
have
is-
a copy of the
That is a
supplementary.
Learned Advocate General.
Yes,
That's a
Milord.
supplementary affidavit.
Yes, Milord, I
Probably,
follow. I follow.
But
I
there
follow.
are the allegations in the writ petition have
Yes.
to be answered.
Yes.
So the state can answer, the first respondent can answer, and
Yes,
the central government can also answer.
Yes, Milord.
Or
We
you
bow
say,
down. Absolutely, my lord.
if central government doesn't want to answer, doesn't want.
No, my lord,
That's their wish, my lord.
it is actually not belonging to the Home Department. It actually belongs to the Department of Personnel and Training. Because the IAS and IAS officers are all allied officers. They come under direct control of the Department of Personnel and Training. So we shall have to take instruction.
What, Madam
We
Pandey?
will commend your lordship to that effect. By your lordship may grant
You
leave.
have implemented the wrong respondent.
Your lordship, we will make the necessary amendments. In appellate side, it is permitted to amend through the advocate on leave granted by the Honorable High
But
Court.
then they have to be served, the department, the
Your
concerned
lordship,
department.
the learned ASG shall only be
ASG is a senior advocate, madam. So how you can serve notice?
I'll serve the Ministry of Law and Justice, your lordship.
Whatever is the procedure. And where is that supplementary affidavit? No, Mika, where
Your
is this?
lordship, this is the supplementary affidavit.
But my instructions are, Milord, it has not yet been served on my learned junior.
I see.
Who appears for state?
I am appearing.
You give one copy.
আচ্ছা দিচ্ছি স্যার সার্ভ করে দিচ্ছি এটা
But
scanned
sir,
copy has been served. I'll serve.
sir, there is one earlier order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court. I remember two orders. The
Change
first
my mind.
order, in fact, when we first passed the order in the bunch of petitions,
Yes.
the lead case was the parents of the victim,
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
where we had requested the electronic and print media
Yes.
that the identity or the name, etc., of the victim should not be disclosed.
Correct, ma'am.
And we also said to YouTubers, etc., please be responsible in doing that.
Yes.
And we also masked the names of the writ petitioners. That is, the parents of the victims were shown as XXX. We have
Right.
has been masked.
Yes.
Subsequently, when the matter was dealt with by the Supreme Court, I don't remember the date of the order. The Honorable Supreme Court issued some directions to
Wikipedia, my lords.
Wikipedia.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Detailed direction.
That is one order we'd like to see.
Yes, ma'am.
Then there is another order which says that it is not restricted only to Wikipedia, but extended to so and so, so and so.
That's last time's order. That is the last order.
Last order date.
Your Lordship, I have placed that order. I have
15th.
handed, Your Lordship, last order I have handed over. Your
Paragraph 3 of the last order.
Lordship.
2 and 3. Your Lordships may kindly see paragraphs 2 and 3 of that order. It is not confined to Wikipedia, but shall apply to all intermediaries.
Yes, and the order prior to that was specific to Wikipedia.
That's
30
right.
days.
That's right. For
That's
once we are in agreement with this.
So
Yes.
therefore, sir, prima facie, the Honorable Supreme Court is also conscious of, seized of the matter regarding disclosure of the name of the victim by
Yes.
either print or electronic media, or maybe individuals also.
Yes, sir.
There is another writ petition
Yes.
filed by, I forget his name.
Tipti Pandey.
Huh?
Tipti Pandey and Aparna Banerjee. There are two petitions.
Two writ petitions have been filed. That also we have adjourned it along with the batch. Where
Yes.
one is regarding certain YouTube, not YouTube, WhatsApp, no.
Social media publication and displaying the photographs and
photograph of the victim with very, very obnoxious statements.
And we have
Yes.
filed it for Procedural lawsuit direction.
Yes. And we directed
Still
the
go.
Joint Director CBI to see what can be done about it, whether they can partner with the state cyber wing and do the
Yes.
investigation. But
And
Yes.
my lord, in the last order, the Supreme Court had asked the Solicitor General through the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, this is paragraph 3, to nominate a nodal officer who shall in fact be the nodal officer to coordinate this, to deal with this unauthorized uploading of content of information pertaining to the deceased. That is paragraph 3. May I read paragraphs 2 and 3 out, my lords?
yes,
Yeah, the earlier order of the court, so this is the last order of this court shall, it is clarified, not be confined only to Wikipedia, but shall also apply to all intermediaries. To reiterate, no intermediary shall allow or carry the publication of the name of the deceased, her identity, photographs or videos, either pertaining to the incident at the R.J. Kaur Medical College or otherwise. 3. On the request of the court, the Solicitor General has stated that the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology shall nominate a nodal officer to whom any communication in relation to the unauthorized uploading of content or information pertaining to the deceased can be intimated, so that necessary action can be taken with the intermediary concerned for pulling down such publication or dissemination. And then, my lords, paragraph 4 is the status report on the CBI investigation. Now, all we are saying, my lords, is given that the Supreme Court is cognizant of this facet of the case, and given that we have been served with these documents so late in the day, we are just requesting some time to respond to all of this. So
No difficulty. But I am not objecting to
And
that.
no,
I
there
don't
are.
object to that.
Mrs.
Yes.
Jetmalani is not opposing, but
Yes.
Madam, prima facie on reading para 2 and 3,
my lord,
the Honorable Supreme Court is dealing with or issued directions not to do certain things,
my lord,
initially to one party, then
My-
extended to all intermediaries, then recording Solicitor General submission
My
that how they can, pull down this. But what about cases
yes, my lord.
for which are prior to this, where names were disclosed, identity, because two other writ petitions are running in the list.
Yes, my lords, I must also say with respect, these two writ petitions are identical to each other. They emanate from the same law office. I'll just bring that on record and I'll inform my lords. They are cut and paste copies of each other. The lawyers come from the same law chambers.
It is not new to us.
My lord, what does one say, my
But
lord?
you can be clubbed.
This is
I have
the
no
state
difficulty.
of
It can
public
be clubbed.
interest litigation, my lord.
Kindly,
This is the state.
kindly, my lord, remember the pursuant to lawsuit direction in Tipti Pandey's case, where they are disclosing and publishing photographs of the victims. we, pursuant to last direction, the joint director filed a report in seal cover.
That's it.
The last
It is
copy.
still in the sealed cover.
Yes.
We have not opened that cover.
Yes.
True.
But all I say is this, my lord. They make one final submission, my lord, and we can give time. I have no difficulty that I didn't know there was a new amendment made, but there's a new amendment and a new affidavit. Of course, he's entitled to take time. But the fact of the matter is, my lord, 9th of August, the Commissioner of Police, I'm saying is alleged to have made this disclosure on the 9th of August. We are now almost on 9th of October. Almost 2 months have passed. But something should be done. Nobody from the state of
And this
West
gentleman has since been transferred.
Again,
No, my lords.
with respect to you, Ms.
No, to keep calling him the Commissioner of Police.
I will give you a
He's
free.
decorated IPS officer. He has been transferred. You know, he has gone back to the rank he enjoyed in 2021. He has gone back to that rank.
I don't know about his rank.
I mean, there is Article 311 of the Constitution, Mr. Jetmalani. I commend it for your reading.
No, I'm not on his status
I
and his
commend
rank.
you to please read the
What I
Constitution.
recommend to you, Ms. Guruswamy, you
No,
read section
sir, in
72 of the new act, which is a
60
criminal offense.
Page
He is committed
68
a
of
criminal offense.
page 68 of the state petition
Yes.
is a cover containing a compact disc, a CD.
Yes.
Whether that copy has been served on all of you?
No.
No, my
I
lords.
think that contains the recording.
That contains the police commissioner.
Yes. So that needs to be served.
Yes.
We don't have it.
What, Amrita? You have not served this.
Lordship, that has not been served. I'll serve it today.
What is all this? You have given
Lords,
it. We have
Your
not
Lordship.
opened this cover.
Yes, my lords. We don't have this, my lords.
don't have
Also, I'm not privy to the amendment to their prayers either, my lords. I think these little
All right. The
procedural
matter,
matters. Yes.
the learned senior advocate, Mr. Mahesh Jetmalani, had mentioned this matter before this court for an early listing. We had requested the learned counsel on record appearing for the writ petitioner to inform the learned advocates appearing for the respondents, including the learned senior advocate appearing for the first respondent. Accordingly, they have been informed and the matter is listed under the caption to be mentioned. The first clarification we wanted was whether this court can deal with the prayer sought for in the writ petition when the Honorable Supreme Court is seized of the matter relating to the RG car incident. It is a submission of the learned senior advocate appearing for the writ petitioner that a specific clarification was sought for from the Honorable Supreme Court, and it was and in the order passed to the Honorable Supreme Court dated
30th September.
30th September.
30th September. In paragraph
6.
6, the facets, the two facets which were being dealt with by the CBI have been set down, namely 1I, the alleged rape and murder which took place on 9th August 2024 at RG Kar Medical College and Hospital, semicolon, and 2Is. The allegations in regard to the financial irregularities, which were also entrusted for investigation by CBI by the orders of a division bench of the Calcutta High Court. Therefore, it is a submission that the aspects dealt with by the Honorable Supreme Court are the above two aspects, and this court could be this court can consider the prayer sought for in the present writ petition.
My lords, I'm so sorry to interrupt. May I just say this, and I apologize for interruption. These two paragraphs pertains to the width of the CBI investigation. The Supreme Court is also seized of the doctors' agitation and national task force is set up. The facet of the Supreme Court's remit in this matter is about 6 blocks.
We are just recording senior advocate submission, ma'am.
Yes,
we are coming to that.
Grateful. I'm so grateful.
To be noted, the learned advocate the learned advocate on record appearing for the first respondent has handed over to us a printout of the diary number 37351 of 2024 of the Honorable Supreme Court, and it is pointed out that two applications have been filed in IA number 216487 of 2024, which is an intervention application, and IA number 216488 of 2024, which is for clarification / direction, and both the interlocutory applications are still pending. The learned senior advocate appearing for the first respondent would submit that yesterday, late in the evening yesterday, a supplementary affidavit has been filed by the writ petitioner, and they require time to respond.
My lord, it was given to us today. This
Today
morning.
morning, my lords. Today
Now,
late morning. I in fact got it 20 minutes before the hearing, my lords.
Now we got it.
They'll wish to respond to the said prayer. As we note that the application for clarification is still pending, we have genuine doubt in our mind as to whether this court would be entitled to proceed with this matter independently, dehorse the matter, which independently, more particularly when the Honorable Supreme Court is seized of the matter. We say so because the Honorable Supreme Court has also issued certain directions with regard to the disclosure of the name and identity of the victim, which is evident from paragraph 2 and 3 of the order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court dated 30th September 2024. For better appreciation, the same is quoted here and below. Page 9 of the Honorable Supreme Court's order, para 2 and 3. The above directions have been issued by the Honorable Supreme Court after having been apprised of the fact that the name and the identity of the victim is being disclosed by several intermediaries. The question would be as to the allegation made in this writ petition, which was prior to the orders passed by the Honorable Supreme Court, as well as prior to the order passed by the division bench of this court dated 13/8/2024. We give liberty to the respondents to file their affidavit in opposition not only to the allegations made in the writ petition, but also in the supplementary affidavit, as well as whether this court can independently proceed with the matter and consider the prayer sought for in the writ petition.
May I just say this, I'm sorry to interrupt you. That one of the allegation which we are seeking to canvass which we are seeking your lordship's jurisdiction, invoking that jurisdiction, is the criminal aspect of the disclosure made. That's specifically it.
It is a submission of the learned senior advocate for the writ petitioner that what is being canvassed in the writ petition is the criminal aspect to the disclosure of the name and identity of the victim. So far as the offending material, which according to the petitioner, please strike that out. According to the petitioner, the offending material has been placed before this court in the form of a compact disc, which is enclosed in a sealed cover in page 68 of the stay petition. We find the copy of this compact disc has not been served on the respondents. Therefore, there will be a direction to the learned advocate appearing for the petitioner to serve copy of the compact disc to the learned advocates appearing for the respondents during the course of this week. The learned additional Solicitor General appearing for the Union of India submitted that the third respondent is not the concerned ministry, under which the officers of the IAS and IPS cadre would fall, and submitted that the concerned ministry is the Ministry of
The Directorate of Personnel and Training.
Personnel, my lords.
Directorate of Personnel and Training, not Ministry.
Your Lordship, we will add them as
POP.
respondent 4, Your Lordship. Let the respondent 3 be there, Your Lordship. We will add them as respondent 4.
Liberty is granted to the petitioner to implead the said department, the said directorate as the fourth respondent in the petition. And copy shall be served on the concerned department as well as in the what is it called? Ministry of Law and Justice branch secretary.
Once again, 11th Strand Road. 11th Strand Road.
Branch secretary of the Ministry of Law and Justice, Kolkata. So the affidavit shall be filed by the respondents within. Sir, we are closed from closing day after tomorrow. At least from 9th to 18th, nothing will work in West Bengal.
My lords, may I just make 2 submissions, my lords, at this point?
No, how much time would you require?
My lords, we'll need 6 weeks, my lords, because next month, this month that follows in West Bengal, my lords, most of my instructing lawyer friends are also on leave, my lords. So at least 6 weeks.
So it is an appropriate time, madam, for you to come here.
No, we welcome.
My lords, I always love coming to Calcutta, my lords. I love coming to Calcutta, but I've never invited my lords enough to come to Calcutta.
No. Why is this, sir?
I'll ensure that. The first time.
Mr. Datta, that's a hint.
Mr. Banerjee is there. He is immediately extending invitation. Learned Advocate General is there. He will issue VIP passes to you.
No, my lords.
Yes. But in fact, my lord, if my lord the Chief Justice remembers, my lord, I had requested your lordship to stay back to Calcutta during this vacation.
I like to stay back, but you are filing so many cases, sir.
But my lords, I must say that your lordship, the Chief Justice, is from my hometown of Chennai, my lords.
Yes.
So
We extended to Mr. Jetmalani also.
yes,
of course, my lords.
I've been there. In fact, I've been to Calcutta.
I
know, we work together.
No, Mr. Banerjee will not only send the invitation, he'll send the air ticket also. He can do it.
Yes. My
All
lords, I would request 6 weeks, but your lordships will also see, my lords, that if my lords will hear this matter and are seized of it, then we will file this and proceed here, my lords.
No,
But your lordships will make the decision.
We will give a date on reopening. We let it appear under the same caption to be mentioned. Because the Honorable Supreme Court will deal with this matter on 15th October.
On 15th
Yes,
October.
correct. Yes.
So therefore, on that day also, you
Very
can make submissions of. So list this matter under the same caption on 7th November.
And then we decide on the affidavit.
7th November.
Then we decide on the affidavit.
No.
Yes, so my lords, on the 7th of November, my lords, we'll appear before my lords, and your lordships will then indicate, my lords, based on, because the Supreme Court would have its hearing.
If you can prepare this affidavit, because we are keeping things open. You are raising the issue that Supreme Court has seized of the matter. Mr. Senior
But
Advocate.
if that's the case of Ms. Guruswamy, that the Supreme Court is seized of the matter?
No, I have no case on this, my lords. I am not making any case.
Then it should be recorded.
Decide.
Ms. Guruswamy says that.
No, we'll do one thing. We'll do one thing. Because 15th October, the case is being dealt with by Honorable Supreme Court. Lawyers will be there. No issue.
Yes. Mr. Jetmalani will press his case in the Supreme Court. I
will point out the court's order.
And by 7th, my lords, if the Supreme Court has taken note of this, and in any case, by 7th, we'll file our reply before my lord.
Yes.
Yes, my lords. Everything will fall into place, my lords.
Affidavit in opposition to be filed by 7th November.
Grateful.
Well, let it come up. Let them send it. Give it to us 1 week before that.
My lords, we are learning from Mr. Jetmalani, who serves us 20 minutes before
that is not possible.
No, we'll list.
I'm not responsible for that. But in any case,
you're right.
You should not emulate bad habits, Ms. Guruswamy.
No, what we'll do is, instead of listing it on 7th, we list it on 14th, giving time for you to file a reply.
Grateful.
Reply, if any, to be filed not later than 13th November 2024. After serving advance copies on the learned advocates for the respondents, list the matter under the same caption on 14th November.
Subject
to.
Obliged.
I'm so grateful. My lords, wishing you a happy Dashara season, my lords.
Yes, thank
both
you.
My lords, and to Mr. Jetmalani and the Advocate General, my lords.
Thank you.
Thank you.